Guys, it's Taco Me here with another JavaScript tutorial. In the last tutorial, we finished off the rock, paper, scissors game with a lot of if, else, and else ifs, which is mostly just copy and pasting this first one and just changing the words, paper, scissors, rocks, and papers, and rocks and scissors, and it worked out really easily. Yeah, but and I said we were gonna get into bigger themes. Today we will be talking about making functions. So instead of just, straight up doing this, why don't we make something that loops it? So let's say, well then that won't actually be okay. So now I'm just gonna delete all this so we can do functions. There we go. Now function. Exactly what it sounds like. Or actually, no. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Function. So let's say I had a variable called name, and it was equal to, say, like a Johnson. Snowson. Johnson Snowson. And then I had variable last name was Ness. Nice verb. That's somebody's name. And say I want something that can display this last name. What do I want for it? Well, I could just make it, or let's say I want to do the same thing over multiple times whenever I felt like it. I'm gonna make a function. I call it something like display. I set it equal to function, and as you can see, when I do this, display in blue, and that indicates what is the function. If I replace this, wait a second, if I replace this with function, then this will become blue, because blue indicates function is, or in Sublime it does, which is what I'm using. But in other things, it will usually change. If it doesn't, then you might have done something wrong, because function, F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, and then don't forget the parentheses, because the parentheses indicates functionality. And that's why we've been doing to uppercase, and it doesn't work unless you put parentheses, because that indicates method or function. So in this case, it is a function, yes. A method, I never said anything about it, but we'll get into that later. Actually, no, I was just about to say it. A method is a function that is contained inside of an object, which are something that we'll get into later. Because right now we're doing functions. So, variable display. And you really do need this variable right here because we don't just say display is function. We need var display function. Another way to do it is function. Well, actually, no. That's just so then you want curly brackets and you want space in there. You can wait. Inside of these brackets is what happens in this function, and the name display is the name of the function. So if I said display, and I did that, that is the function. If I call, this is calling the function. So if I do, let me just retype it out there. If I do this, then it will call this display function. So whatever's inside of here, it'll be called. It's basically a way to do something that will. If I made a button in this HTML, it ran display, then that's a way to use a function, just like that. So let's get into actually using the function, making the function do something. So what I want this function to do, I want it to say alert name plus space plus last name. What that'll do is whatever this name is, and then a space in it, and the last name. So right now I don't have anything to actually run the function. I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually run the function. Over in here, Johnson Snowson, Ness verb. You can put anything you want in these. So if I change this to Jones Snowson, I'll say Jones Snowson Snesford. Easy as that. And that's just the way I do this thing right here that I did. You can learn from this a lot because you can literally do anything because you can make it do this if you really want to. And then I totally take this to be like flurply doodles. And that's their middle name. Your middle name is always Flurply Doozles. So Jones Snowson Flurply Doozles Snesfer. You can change any of these up a little bit. And that's the beauty of using variables. Variables are very handy. They hold data, as we went through. They are handy, useful in a lot of ways. Really, I could even this is one. My name is one Flurply Doozle Snesfer. So really, it's just as easy as that. That's its function. You have to call it. You have to remember to call the function, or else it won't do anything. You have to remember. Next time we'll get into functions with parameters because those are different things that are cool. And so I'll see you guys next time. Wrong button.